Hi class, welcome to Supply Chain Management. I'll be your instructor for this quarter. My name is Pauline Garcia. I first of all wanted to thank you for signing up for the course and for being bold enough and awesome enough to take this course. Supply chain can be, if you think about it, a little bit intimidating, but it is one of the most highly sought and interesting, actually, courses that you can take, and certainly the most practical because you will use this whether you go work for a company or whether you yourself start your own business. Supply chain has taken on a more prestigious role in business, definitely much more valued, and supply chain managers are actually quite well paid. So it's a great skill and good to have, and I'm glad you're here to take the course. So let's talk what is supply chain, right? So supply chain is a guide or the steps in the process of helping us create and deliver a product to a consumer. So, all of the steps that are involved from the creation of the idea of this wonderful product you have that you think people will like, through the raw material, the suppliers who will manufacture it, who is what sorts of inventory levels will you keep of that product, how will you deliver it, that's very important. How does the product look, is it aesthetically pleasing, does will your customer get some sense of value from owning that product? All of that is part of the supply chain. So supply chain is both forward and reverse. Reverse meaning that you want input from the consumer that is buying and using this product because you want to know if they like it, if you can modify it, how you can make it better. All of this assists us in providing not only a better product, but in making profit for the company we work for or even for our own business. So supply chain is focused in three areas, three goals of supply chain. And if you understand this, you've already made leaps and bounds towards understanding how supply chain works. So the first goal is to improve efficiency. So what does that mean? So what we're trying to do rather, and you will be doing this in your assignments. Think of yourself as a supply chain manager when you're working on your assignment. You want to increase efficiency, so you are trying to reduce the level of waste or potential waste in the process that you are working on. So you want to streamline those processes very, very well. So these processes that I mentioned to you, from the inception of the idea, the creation of the product, the quality control of the product, the inventory, the delivery of the product, where are you going to store it before it gets delivered to the consumer, up to the point that it's delivered to the consumer in a pristine fashion, right? Because they don't want to receive a product that's broken. So that is these steps that I just mentioned to you. You are trying to constantly look at them to try to make them more efficient, try to improve them, right? So whether it be by hiring additional people or getting applying new technology that will make that process better, more efficient, less costly. That's what increasing efficiency is. So that's goal one, right? So goal two is to improve the quality of the product. So we are constantly looking at making a better product, right? All the time. So Apple is a good example of that. If you notice, they are constantly coming up with new versions to their phone, and each version is an improvement to the previous one. So maybe the sound quality is better with the more updated phone. The pictures that you can take are better. Um, how it looks, right? The appearance of it might be better. So because it makes it more attractive, people want it, and that is how they are constantly improving a product. We want to do the same. You want to do the same in your assignment, as if you were realistically creating a product that you are seeking to sell, right? So you want to do this. So you want to improve the quality. And in addition to just not only improving the physical part of the product, you also want to, you remember, you are also selling to that consumer an experience, right, of owning that product, the sense of well being, the sense that they are getting a product that is of value, that is meaningful to them. That is very important. Apple is the quintessential in that area because they're not only selling you a good product, they are selling you the experience, the sense of value, that that product is valuable because many people want it. That's why many people own an Apple phone, right? The third thing that we're looking at is that supply chain is focused on. The third goal is um, improving stability. So, what does that mean? It means that businesses, just like ourselves, we do not like unforeseen events, right? Especially events that are not positive, that are bad, right? So we constantly, business is constantly looking and trying to forecast what is down, what can possibly go wrong, and how do we plan for that? What sort of plan do we have now in order to reduce the risk, or even if we have to go through that, how do we? What sort of plan do we have in place so that the effect isn't as serious as it could otherwise be? And this last thing is very important, and um, we should learn from the pandemic how important it is to plan for events that are unforeseen, that could be catastrophic, because they have such a tremendous effect on not only our business, our own company, but worldwide. So we need to be aware of this because if everybody does their part, the effect of some of these events will be lessened, right? So these three things are very, very critical that we understand when we study supply chain. Um, and it's what I want you to take away with you from this course. Um, Also, always remember to think critically. The ability to think critically is key, whether in anything, whether you, when you start your career, in your own personal life, always be thinking critically. How do I address this problem? How do I come at it in a way that I can solve it in a quick manner and in a manner that is um, good for yourself and good for everyone, good for your company. So, thinking critically, the ability to think, is very, very key. And I want you to always remember that and walk away with that. That is my gift to you, in a way. And I wish all of you lots and lots of success. I've spoken a lot already, and I've given you a lot to think about. And I want you to do well this quarter. I want you to learn a lot from this class. If you need anything, if I can assist you, please, please, please come to me. And my door is always open, and I'm more than willing to work with you. And I want you to get as much as you can from this course. I wish you well, and we'll be talking soon. Thanks.